seat, everybody. Listen, you got the place hyped today.
I love y'all. Hey, gang. Hi, Jennifer Hudson.
I know. Hi, SZA.
No.
It is an honor to have you here, so thank you for stopping by the Happy Place.
To be here.
This is amazing. Girl, you are cleaning up. I ain't seen no 2025 like this. What? We ain't even deep in the year, and you already took over 2025. Can I just read a list of her achievements? And which you look like you already know. Girl, okay. You recently won your 5th Grammy Award. You performed at the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar, which is now the most watched of all time.
Shout out to Kendrick.
Shout out to Kendrick. Yes. Yes. And you became, look at that. You became the first artist this year to achieve both a #1 album and #1 film in the United States. I don't even think I comprehended that.
No, I don't either. Cause what?
How does
I can't be the first. That's silly.
How does that feel?
I don't know.
You don't.
No, it feels awesome. I think it's more so the experience connected to the blessing rather than like on paper the accolades. So it's like I don't feel the on paper section, but I definitely do feel like a deeper connection. Like when I see people in the street and like we hugging and we talking, or they may notice me a little more. And I was like, oh, that's probably because I was just on TV on that. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, in the sense of like tours where I'm most excited to be able to feel the energy, because that's when you like find out what's real, right? It's like you do it online, you have parasocial, but when you're in person and get to like feel the energy and give that energy back and like do this magical exchange, that's when you feel like the true gift of like everything that you've worked for or accumulated. It's like when I get to share the gift and like really feel it.
You share it and we feel it, okay?
Thank
You are so loved.
you.
Okay,
As are you.
Oh my goodness, I cannot get over this. And she look good, don't she, y'all?
You look good.
Did I feel okay? I'm gonna have to steal that hair color from you one of these days.
Hey, I'll pop it right off. Send it on to ya.
You look amazing. Okay,
you,
you did the Super Bowl recently. Like, what was that like? Did you get any advice from anyone before the show, or how did you prepare?
Well, it was the best 30 seconds of my life. And it was like, it changed a couple times. Like, it was originally gonna be like another song with this, and I was actually shook to have more songs involved in it, but it ended up being like the perfect amount of time for me to face a fear, try something brand new, like get my feet wet in a just in a space that I pray to be allowed to grace again. So I'm just grateful. You know, God gives you a little bit and shows you what's possible, right?
Yes.
And he's like, okay, if you walk in the steps and do the right thing. So I'm grateful for the glimpse, and I'm just ready for all that it means for me and for my life, whatever door that may be, even if like my proverbial Super Bowl stage in the future is like a family and a farm.
I love how humble you are. You're so successful and so gifted.
Thank you.
Did you ever see these things manifesting in your life? You've done so much.
Yes and no. It's like when I was small, I just like knew what I wanted for myself. Not in music or any of that, but I knew like I saw the life that I wanted for myself. Like the house, living by the water, having a dog, like, you know, eating vegetables and stuff.
Having a
I
dog,
saw the
living
vision.
by the water, all of
and
these
like
things.
the yard,
Wow.
which is, a lot of people ask me like, oh, do you think of money? Or like, did you manifest money? And I never did. And I realized that the other day, I never thought of money. I just saw the life that I envisioned for myself, and then I was delusional enough to believe that like nothing else was an option. I'm like, of course I'm gonna be in the picket house with a dog. And it is. No, yes, the blessing of delusion, the spirit of delusion is upon me, and I'm grateful.
You better speak, young lady. Listen. And then tell us about this tour. You and Kendrick Lamar are going back out on tour together.
So excited, yes, the GNX tour.
What's it like being, what are you looking forward to being on the road together?
I'm really excited to learn from him. I learn the most, I feel like, by observing. So like watching him like a cumulative amount of performances, and then I get to like pick different tips and be like, okay, and watch how he like carries himself, how he emotes, because I can ask questions, but there's something that you can't really explain when there's magic happening, and to watch him perform is to witness something magical. So just, you know, one time he gave me the pointer of pretending to watch myself from above. And he sees himself while he's performing, and that actually changed a lot for me. It was weird, because when I was watching myself from afar, I was like, this is not what I want to see. I want to see something different. I want to turn up. And then I just started like invoking just like a completely different energy and spirit within myself. That third person, he's also a Gemini, so you never know.
That's what it is.
You know, he's already split in half. Or however many multitudes of Gemini personalities there are.
This is amazing. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm just so fascinated by your mind. Like, I'm curious to know from you, what do you think makes a star? Because you're such a star. You work with stars. And
Thank you.
I want to get some tips from you.
You stop it.
Like,
You
seriously.
must stop it.
She done came and changed the entire game, guys.
No.
You best believe I'm gonna pick your brain, okay?
You're literally you. I would love to pick your brain.
Oh my goodness.
And how, like, did you move in all these multitude of stages?
Thank
And
you.
you do it all so gracefully and with so much power and like
Thank you.
eloquence and presence. It's so lovely.
Thank
I don't have
You're
any
so
tips.
sweet.
I don't have any tips or anything like that. I'm really trying to cultivate a spirit of knowingness within myself in a more sturdy way. And I think there's a version of me when I was younger that has like that blind abashedness when it's like, I'm young, I don't know, like, I don't know anything, I don't care about anything, I can't even see myself. Like, and then they knew they were naked kind of vibe. And then when I got older, I knew I was naked, and I started to be like, whoa, am I like being perceived? That's crazy, am I doing it wrong? So now I'm in this stage of like removing limitations, removing the desire to even know that I'm being perceived. And all of us, it's not natural for us to be perceived as much as we are. Like on the internet and breaking the fourth wall of our lives, that's a freak show for everyone. So it's not real. So it's like, you have to really grind yourself and rehumanize yourself constantly to recognize that the human experience you're constantly being exposed to and witnessing all the time doesn't have to become your reality. You don't have to like ingest it and let it be your existence and your experience. So I'm just trying to
We received that.
bounce on that.
Girl, we gotta say a huge congratulations to you for winning your 5th Grammy, which is major for Best R&B Song. What was that night like for you?
You know what? I didn't even expect to win. I was really focused on like Doechii and everyone else. And I just kind of came to like get a look off. And I ended up winning, and that was such a blessing. I actually thought I was just coming to present something.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm grateful. And shout out to Kian. He's this amazing artist from Ireland. And during COVID, he was like doing all these like choir harmonies by himself. And like making it sound like a full choir. So I DM'd him immediately and was like, can you teach me how to do that? And he came to LA, and that's whose backgrounds are on Saturn.
Look at
he's
that.
amazing. Yeah, I just wanted to say that he's so great.
I feel like we got a little insight on your like music making process. That's a gem to another artist. And then you and Taylor Swift were like at the Grammys together as well. Like, do you guys exchange advice? Do you get inspired by each other? Like, how does that work?
Girl, that's Taylor Swift. I don't know her.
Girl, you SZA.
No, you know, it's so interesting to me. Every time she walks up to me or approaches me, I'm always like, all right, this is happening because that's fully Taylor Swift. But I think what I mentioned that I would love to write with her and love to build some things together. I love her storytelling.
Yeah.
And she was open to it. So I think she's awesome. And I have so much respect. She's so bossed up.
We want to hear that. What would that be like? That would be amazing.
No, I love storytelling. I feel like there's something about that type of storytelling that I feel Gracie Abrams, Lola Young, Doechii, Olivia Rodrigo. There's a lot of storytelling, Chappell Roan, but a lot of deep inner storytelling that really reflects their human experience, and I respect that. So I'm just trying to dive deeper into the human experience, child.
That's why you're so great. You really are.
Thank you, as are you.
It's a movement, for real. Okay, let's talk about this new deluxe album. Tell us the story behind and the name of it.
Okay, so Line is like a B-side just like a softer side.
A softer side of SZA.
No, but it was really just songs that I felt like I really have to get rid of all my spring cleaning so I can just be stripped down to like the bone and start from scratch in a whole new way. So I'm stripping myself. And this was also more like a gift to my fans also, 'cause they didn't really ask for it per se.
Oh, they asked
and I
for it.
volunteered it.
Right?
But you know what I mean? It was more just, it was like a sharing experience.
Yes.
It was more of a sharing experience, and I wanted to just be, you know, because SOS it was a lot of things, and it did so well, and I just wanted to just breathe and regulate my nervous system while also sharing something, while also cleaning my slate for something brand new.
Well, keep breathing on us. We want you to, that is for sure. And then Ben Stiller was in your video.
I love Ben
Drive.
Stiller.
Like, and you love him. So what is it
Ben Stiller.
like to work with him?
What's crazy is I loved Ben Stiller before I knew he had like this dark genius mind in Severance. And I was like, now I love him even more because he's like a total freak. And I'm just like, yes, like it made so much sense. And they originally wanted John Cena to be in the video. And I was like, John Cena's hot. Like, shout out to John Cena. But I also was like, I need my Zoolander Severance King. Yes. And that's what I want to see.
Stay true to yourself.
I mean, come on, something about Mary, Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
It's just, he's just too iconic.
Yes.
His mind, and then the Severance, the way that he segued into Severance, it was so confusing because it was like, why are you this dark and scary? But also, I love, again, seeing a facet of someone's humanity, and it just expanded his picture for me. So now I'm like a fan in a whole new way. And I can't believe he even said yes, which was so unbelievable. I love Ben Stiller, thank you.
You keep raising the bar and raising the bar and raising the bar because your album, SOS, has officially surpassed Michael Jackson's Thriller? Girl, let me read this.
Don't say that out loud.
Can you believe?
Don't say that out loud.
Who does that?
I need you not to ever repeat that.
When you, okay.
In a public forum. It sounds so illegal. Like it sounds, it's like the craziest piece of information, again, which is why I have to like separate myself from the milestone and really just get into what is the experience. Because the milestone is one thing, but it's more so like, what? You think about the wide range and the genius of Michael Jackson. It's just like, I'm grateful to even be in the same space as an accolade of his, but I have so much further to go, and I'm so inspired by even being in that breath of conversation name. I'm scared to say it out loud. I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Yep. And I'll say it again.
But it's so cool. I don't even know how that happened, and I'm so grateful to God. I feel very blessed, yes.
Oh, I have so many questions for you. We don't even have enough time, right? She told me to put the card down. I was gonna read some.
I didn't mean that.
I got to SZA. Okay, so it says, it's the longest running top 10 album by a Black artist in Billboard 200 history. You gotta give that some love, okay? Take your flowers, young lady.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just trying to put on for my people, child.
It's amazing to see how far you've come. And like you say, you're only getting started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is it true that before all of this, you were gonna be in a rock band with Lizzo and different, what was that about?
Screaming. Okay, so me and Lizzo have known each other for so long.
I love this, by the way.
For so long.
We still want our rock group.
This is my Bookie Bear. Basically, we had a little band. It was actually me, her, and Kaylani. And yeah, it spawned from like a group chat where we were just talking about things all the time. And it really started with us talking about activism, because this is during this section, actually like during COVID and George Floyd and all the protests. And we were like, you know, texting on Signal, trying to figure out like, how do we help people? How do we get masks to people? What are you doing in your city? What are you doing in your city? Like, and just kind of, you know, convening as ladies. And naturally, I feel like music becomes a part of that. But yeah, I feel like I'm so proud of Lizzo also. You have no idea how long we've known each other.
Yeah,
Like, it went from her opening for me on a Red Bull tour, which is crazy to think about, to me seeing her on TV afterwards and being like, wow, she has so much like charisma and sparkle, and like, I'm just so proud of her. Then bang, #1 song, bang, #1 album. And I was so inspired. I'm like, whoa, whoa. And she has such a beautiful heart. And she like literally scooped me up under her wing and was like, let me put you on to some things. Let me tell you about something. And I'm grateful that she just, I love her.
That movie is amazing. One of them
Thank
days.
you.
Congratulations. And that was your debut acting.
Thank you. That was crazy. That was crazy.
What was it like working with Kiki?
Kiki is the most talented person that I've ever met in real life.
She is amazing.
I'm not kidding. And it's like, you don't understand. Like, the vibrato in the singing voice, the comfortability in any space, the ability to make you comfortable in any space.
That's a
like,
gift.
she can extend her aura out mad wide. It's like so big. And it's such like a enveloping, like warm embrace of energy. Her perspective on life is beautiful. Sometimes I wonder if it's like too profound for her because it's just so unique, and it's just like, dang, how are you able to like drop down like and be a person again? Not because you're Keke Palmer so famous, but because your perspective is so wide, and that's she's brilliant. I can't even stress how brilliant she really is. Like, I would scream that from the mountaintops.
Yes.
Forever.
We all will. She's another one that we love. That's why I love seeing you guys work together in the project, which I think made it so amazing. That's why it was so great. Congratulations on that as well. And then I heard back in the day you were a gymnast. So did that help you with your stunts?
I just beg to do my own stunts because it's so fun. And it's like I'm doing everything for the plot, right? I'm doing movies for the plot. I'm living life for the plot. So I feel like that calling card about me is just gonna push me to take it to Tom Cruise levels of stunt.
Okay. I love that. Okay, tell me, what's your dream role, or do you have one?
Oh my God. Well, dream role is crazy because I never saw myself really acting prior to this. And now I wanna, and now I wanna try something really serious, because you know in that scene when me and Kiki are arguing, that was our first day of filming, by the way.
Oh.
And which was so intense, because it was like, I had just met my acting coach, and like, I had to say all these terrible things to Kiki and mean it. And this was our first time working together. And I was just like, I wouldn't even say that to people that I know. I definitely want to say it to Keke Palmer. So, but it was, that was interesting. It like pushed me to go somewhere a little bit. She snapped into somewhere so fast. I'm like, ooh, I want to explore what being serious with a full range of complex emotions would be like. Not that I'm an actor or want to be an actor, but that might be so fun. Slipping into a
little
complete
drama.
different, maybe, or a thriller.
Yes.
A reason to be a little violent.
Yes. See, that's the beauty of acting. You could blame it on the character.
Yes,
and get things off your chest. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't do that. That was my character.
They say that actors play the best characters that are like closest to who they are.
Let me think about that.
That could be a myth. I'm like, is that a myth?
I don't know. I never thought about it. Like, I do find that whatever character you play, you find things that does relate to you in your life and pull from it. Like, for instance, I was in this movie called Winnie. I played Winnie Mandela.
Right.
And it was a scene in there.
You're incredible. Sorry. Like, I just can't.
And in the film, I was reading a script where when she was in prison, she was talking to ants.
Yeah.
And as a little girl, I used to talk to ants. So that felt familiar to me, so I was able to draw from that and use that for the character, because that's what I used to do as a kid. So I feel like it's a tie between the characters we play and who we are as people.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, and you could always use it for your character. But what else I could see you doing is, I feel like she could be like a superhero.
I would love to be a superhero.
Don't you see it?
That's
do you have
flying off into the sunset.
Yes, I could so see that. Do you have a favorite superhero?
I was gonna say Silver Surfer, because that's the first thing, but it's like Silver Surfer is a dude. But I was talking to someone the other day. Well, my dad, he collects first edition comics, so he has first edition Thor comics and Silver Surfer just in the basement. But so I grew up like super being into Marvel and DC. But I was thinking, you know how Storm has an origin story? Like she comes from like this whole other place where they're kind of, it's like the jungle or some sort of, I think that would be so gnarly if I could be Storm's origin story.
What we gotta do?
That'd
You
be
just
so
created
cool.
a whole character.
I love to bring the rain.
Yes, we can expect that from you. And tell us about this makeup line that you're launching.
Okay, so this is my first time ever talking about it publicly, but so like people ask about my lip combo all the time, and I am a yapper, right? I'm like a certified yapper. I'm always talking.
Love that.
I'm always singing, and I felt like I needed something that lasted so long. It all came out of necessity, so I pretty much just designed my own formula for lip gloss and lip creams and lip liners and stains and just all kinds of things.
Come on.
It's called Not Beauty. It's called Not Beauty because I don't really consider myself like a beauty connoisseur. I like to fill a need with things that are functional and that are trusted and that work. And that's how this was born. So it's called Not Beauty, but it'll also branch into maybe not farming, not furniture, because whatever need I see. If I see an armchair that I feel like I could design this better, I'm gonna make an armchair. If I see a plant that I think could be done better or fit a need or that everyone could benefit from, I would totally work on genetically modifying a plant to not kill us, but also be abundant in nutrients. Because I believe in just fulfilling necessity, not just making stuff for no reason. And I actually brought you.
You brought me some?
I did.
She brought me some.
I did. I brought you a lip gloss.
Thank you.
Fancy key.
Oh my God! I'm gonna rock it right here at the happy place.
This is like what, if you can see, but it'll be, so on tour, we're actually gonna do a pop-up activation in every city where you'll be able to enter the Not Beauty world, and it'll only be available to purchase on tour, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys, and I'll be in there putting on gloss and showing the things, and
yay! Well, we want more and more of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I want my lips to look like yours.